Okay, we're back. Okay, this is not a news podcast. I've just been informed. We need to move on.
This is a word podcast.
Yeah, word.
Whatever that means. Okay, so do we want to get to our game segment of the show?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I asked you guys earlier to come up with top 5 games that you would put in a top 5 list. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Hold on a second.
You didn't.
Well, it's because Drexel, you keep cutting out from me, so I can't understand everything that you say.
So what is this segment called? Now how do you know that you keep cutting out on me too? So I think it
could be a two-way street. You're right, or just me. All right, are we ready for our great segment that's coming up?
Yes, we're ready.
What is the segment?
I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it.
You have a soundboard?
I do. Here it is. It's game time. That was it. It's game time.
Oh.
Oh, can you? Really? Actually?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's pretty cool though.
Shoot, guys. I just realized we shouldn't have a podcast. I think I'm going to delete the account.
Alright.
I think I just realized that... What?
You should do the sound for the segment. There's a classic video called Kura Time commercial where they're doing it's a commercial for a convention. It's a bunch of people, like white people, basically, because that's the kind of go to anime conventions, eating some sushi, and they're just talking about what to do there. They're like, oh, there's a Garugamesh, and then one guy pops up and gaming. And I think that would be a good sound.
That's what I should get one of those Elgato Stream Decks and then use that as my board.
I mean, you keep saying you're gonna get one, or at least that you should.
Have I specifically said the board before?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, but then
you pretty much say that all the time. It's really all you.
Oh, I just continually say, man, I should get an Elgato Stream Deck, but I just never do it.
Honestly, it's all you ever talk about now. Before you started the stream, probably after the stream, you're gonna talk.
Wait, I stream?
Oh, stream. Sorry. When I hear the Elgato or whatever is streaming, I think you said it's streamed.
Well, it's called a Stream Deck, but anyway.
And no, and so then I just it messed with my mind. It was just a slip of the tongue.
Oh, I understand. Anyway, let's get to game time. Shall we?
Yeah.
And game it. I did it for you that time.
Thank you. All right, so I guess everybody knows what they're gonna have like to say for their top 5. So I guess we'll start with number 5. I just want to make a general list because I mean we're all in the call together anyway. So I thought like, hey, it might just be easy to bring up games and like as a general topic. So we'll start with Cam. So give us your number 5, and then we'll go number 5 down the list for each person.
So like this is all consoles, right?
Yeah, well, I mean it's your top 5, so whatever. I mean,
It's just games, bro.
At number 5, we have Pokemon Black.
I can see Pokemon Black as being in my top 5 as well, though I would give it.
And it's in mine as well. I guess that's fantastic.
Wait, is it in the same spot though?
Consider putting a Pokemon game. No Pokemon games made my top 5.
Well, that's good. At least somebody has a different opinion.
Ew, that's gross.
Wait,
I tried to think what 5 games or game series I enjoy right now.
Oh,
Because my list changes.
okay. Well,
Oh, I was thinking of all time.
Well, this is my but I don't have an all-time list because I can't. It's just it changes. Sometimes I get into games, get out of them.
well that's fine.
So
I didn't give you guys
right now?
specifics.
I don't think I could make an all-time list. I just couldn't. I like to.
All right, so what's your number 5 right now then?
Okay, guys. So Cam's was Pokemon.
Yeah.
Mine is Just Cause 3, or maybe.
It's pretty good.
I've never played a Just
Solid
Cause.
choice.
I have no idea about it.
That is a sandbox. It's a sandbox game series, kind of like it's GTA but more PG-13, I'd say. But I liked it a lot because you get to fly around in a chip. You have like a jetpack in some of the games. You got a parachute. You have a grab. go around in different vehicles shooting people. There's a story, but you don't really have to do that. It's just a bunch of dumb fun. So it's one of my top favorite game series ever.
Bless you, I think. I think that was a sneeze that I just heard from Lucas.
No.
Oh shoot.
All right, so who's next? That's my number 5.
Jackson, you're next.
I'm next.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, my number 5, my number 5th place is
Number fifth.
of course the award-winning Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors. You guys remember
That's
that
pretty
game?
good. I remember playing that.
You guys remember that game? It was a
Yeah.
fun. It was a fun game because it was a. What would you call it? It's not a dungeon crawler.
It's a dynasty game.
Yeah.
That's the
I
word.
had to Google that.
It's like it's the same game style as Dynasty Warriors, which is where the name comes from.
Basically,
Never heard of that.
you just you become Link and you fight lots of things all at the same time. That's the best way to describe the game.
Oh.
Anyway, that's my
Okay.
number 5. Someone else go, please.
Luke's sister.
It's my okay. My number 5 was Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker. That game's fun.
A classic.
Yeah, I love that game. That's actually one of the it's one of the games I've completed. Like it was so much fun. I played that game for a long time. I used to get up early in the morning to play that game.
You mean like the 100%ed?
Yeah.
Because I was just thinking like, you mean you don't usually beat your games?
I usually beat them, but I don't know. I feel like, especially nowadays, I very solemnly like complete the game.
I agree with that. I don't really usually 100% games either.
Mm.
Yeah, me neither. I typically just play.
yeah.
I play a game until like the fun is sucked out of it. Until like I'm just like, okay.
Yeah,
this
but
is
this
done.
game, like, I was in it to win it. I love this game.
Hey Lucas, you know what's
Yeah.
crazy?
What?
It's crazy because we've been talking about the same game series for you for the past like 2 or 3 weeks on this show, and so we already
Yeah.
everybody already knows what your top is gonna be.
Yeah, everybody does know what my favorite game's
Oh.
gonna be.
Well, I don't, so let's
Yeah,
keep
it'll,
it.
it'll be a surprise for our guests.
All right, Cam, number 4. Let's go.
All right, guys. This was to be a little controversial, which I understand.
I'll
You guys might have some
definitely.
mixed feelings. Number 4 is going to be Overwatch.
Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That made my
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, but it's my number 4 because I have so many memories on it. Like I remember when the game first came out, and it's like the childhood that really got me to put this number 4. So that's my number 4.
Wait, it came out. I think it came out in 2016. Is that right?
Yeah, and I remember
If you
getting on my
consider that-
PlayStation. Well, I mean, like it's not like my childhood, but like I just have like so many memories on it, like playing with Drexel and then like getting
I
up on
mean,
the PC.
I mean, yeah, on that note, I mean, it almost did make my list. I thought about it, and it was a lot of firsts for me because it was my first like online game, and it was my first first
your
person.
first like
Yeah, it was
shooter.
my first shooter I've ever played. But I don't know. I just like it was really fun, and I just remember like one day I looked at how much time I put in, and it was like 200 hours or something, and I'm like, man, I feel like I've gotten nowhere, and I just got really upset, so I couldn't put it in my list. But
I think that should show how replayable it is and how it's you
I
had a lot
mean,
of fun.
I mean that's true, but like I don't know. I just like in my head I was like, man, I've been playing this game for so long, and I've gotten nothing to show for it.
I will say that one of the best
sure you have
feelings.
skins and emote.
I will say that one of
It's
the
true.
best feelings for the game, in terms of what Cam just said, is the feeling when you play it on one console, but then you get it for PC. Because I have that exact same experience where I started playing it on PS4, and then like you get a whole different take of the game because I started playing it on PC, and I was like, whoa, this is so different, so like so interesting.
Yes.
Anyway, number 4,
Well-
Drexel.
Yes, my number. Marvel's Spider-Man for the PS4. That's what I put as my.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Now you notice that a lot of my games are more recent. It's because I wasn't really a hardcore gamer until I turned maybe 15, 14. So a lot of the games that I really have memories of are from the past 6 years. So Spider-Man PS4, it's very well made. The story was interesting. The gameplay was phenomenal. I didn't 100%. I've almost 100% of the game. I'm probably like 8%. Very close. The only things I haven't done basically get 3 stars on all the challenges.
Can I
That's
tell
what
you
I
guys
have.
something crazy?
I don't think I did that when I don't know, it wasn't part of the criteria because like I looked up in the corner for the 100% thing, and all it needed me to do was like find the secret locations and like something
Oh,
else.
you know what I haven't done
But
is there's like 100 secret photo locations.
yeah, I did that.
I,
That
I
took a
did like
while.
I did half of those, but that's the only thing keeping me from 100%. Those
Yeah,
are
I
fun.
did those, and I did something. Oh yeah, you have to get like a certain number of crime points in each area. That took a while because you just have to wait for it. It's terrible, but it is a good game. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, it's a game that I thought was worth 100%, at least getting close to it because it was very fun, and a lot of fun with it.
I never did get to play the DLC though. I have to admit.
I did. It was fun. I was expecting more big name villains, but it was kind of just smaller people. But it's still fun. There were some cool suits. I
Yeah.
think some of my favorite suits came in the
Well, which suits did they add? Just like your favorite one.
they had like the one that sticks out to me is like they had a really cartoony version of him. Not like the comic print one, but he had like big head and like it was from some cartoon or something.
Huh. Interesting.
They
Yeah.
had another one I really. Oh yeah, they added the classic Spider-Man 2002 movie. They added that suit. Like
Oh, with Tobey Maguire?
yeah,
Oh, that's
they
cool.
look very. They also they also recently added the one where he has a bag on his head and he's wearing
Oh,
the
yeah. Yeah, that's a good one.
that. But yeah, that's number 4.
Jackson, you're up.
Oh, I was well. I'll say my number 4 in a second, but I was just gonna say that when he was talking about Spider-Man, I
Mhm.
100% like until he said recently, which was at the beginning of his sentence, but like at first all I could think of was Lego Spider-Man, and like I just imagined him swinging around the city, and I was like, wait a minute, this is your number 4 game is Lego Spider-Man, and then I was like, oh, you mean the big PS4 one? Oh, that's I understand.
Jackson, buddy, I don't think there is a.
There is not.
Well, there is a Lego Spider-Man. He just
Oh,
doesn't have his own game.
another DLC suit that I forgot to mention that I really liked was they put the suit from Into the Spider-Verse
Oh,
in
that's
there
cool.
as the same. And it was very cool because it's interesting to see that art style clashing with the realistic.
Hmm.
But that yeah,
All right, Jackson, number 4.
All right, my number 4 pick. This could be. It's not controversial. It just could be a little weird, a little shocking. Uh, it just came out. It's called Animal Crossing: New Horizons. It's got to be in my
Yeah.
top 5. It has to be in my top 5, and I'll tell you why. Because
I'm not mad about it. It looks like a.
you all
Sorry
may
about the
not.
dog.
It's fine. We all forgive you. I mean, at least I do. I don't want to speak for everybody. But here's what I'll say: Animal Crossing: New Horizons is my number 4. Animal Crossing: New Horizons is my number 4 because there is just something about the fact that you can turn on a game and put, as little as 15 minutes if you're just doing some of the routine stuff, or as much as 3 hours if you just want to go explore your island and really do a lot of things. And you can just waste so much time in this game and have so much fun doing it, and it's so relaxing compared to what's going on in the real world, plus like a bunch of other games. So it's just interesting to play a game like that where you can literally do anything and you can spend so much time. Like I remember like 2 weeks ago I checked my time and it said 30 plus hours, and I was like, that's weird. Like it barely feels like I've been playing this for 5 hours. But then I just checked it today and I'm at 50 plus hours, and I'm like, how am I doing? Like it took me, like Kingdom Hearts, the first game, was a 30-hour game, and like I felt every hour of that. But this, it just all just goes away, and I just can play I feel like I can play 50 more hours so instantly. So that's why it's my number 4.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cool.
Animal Crossing is just one of those series that I personally I understand the appeal, but personally I can just never get into it.
Yeah.
I agree. I enjoy watching people play it like on YouTube because it's very relaxing. But I
No,
Yeah.
you cut off at the end, but I mean we heard what you said.
I'm just,
You're fine. I'm just
All
gonna.
right.
I thought it was crashing again because you all were just silent.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I think what we're gonna call this episode, I think we're gonna call it like error 404 not found.
Discourse and Discord.
That's a good name. I like that.
I'm gonna write that down
Discord
right now.
discourse.
Discord and discourse. Wait, no. Wait. Yes. Anyway. All right.
All right.
That was my number 4. Go ahead.
My number 4 is Kirby Superstar Ultra for the DS.
Oh,
Wait a minute. What is?
Has anybody played this before?
Which
I've
one
heard
is
of it.
that? I don't remember that one.
I, of course, know the Kirby games. I'm familiar with them, but I've never.
So, Kirby Superstar Ultra was a remake of Kirby Superstar for the Super NES, and it was like it had new content. It was super fun. It was my first Kirby game, one of the first games I had for the Nintendo DS. I almost completed that game. It was like 99.7 because I couldn't find like one thing in this one segment of the game. Yeah, it did. And like I don't know, I couldn't find it, and I was like, you know what, I'm done. But it's a great game. One of these days I'll probably go back and find it because I am almost an adult and should be able to beat a game for children. But I don't know. It's a good game. And I played it a lot when I was a kid because I could take it on the road.
Can we take a pause before we get to number 3 and just say, can we just reflect on what Lucas just said? He's almost an adult. We're almost all legally adults. Can we just take a second and breathe that in?
No, we should. This isn't what the segment's about.
I know, but
Just
like,
got about a month and a half. I'm an adult.
yeah, but time it's just crazy. Like we're all gonna be voting soon.
Yeah,
and
time
just-
marches forward. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, I guess we'll.
Well, for me, Lucas and Cam, in just a couple weeks' time, our school will be over.
Yeah, that's true.
And my mom said the day after school is over,
really? The day after? Holy moly!
Yeah.
Wait, what's happening the day after school's over? Wait, say that again.
Of course, we gotta.
You're gonna
Did you not hear any of that?
No, I heard.
Yes.
They heard it. I just didn't catch what you said about something about the day after.
Well, then you can go back in the recording and watch it. That's what you get.
Got him.
Okay, okay.
All right, number 3 game.
Guys, I was.
What's number 3, Cam? Hit us with
Are you
it.
guys ready for this? Okay, so I know Drexel doesn't like this series, but I don't know about the other 2 of you guys. I don't know. Like Lucas, you said that you weren't really into first-person shooters, so I don't know about this, guys. But my number 3 favorite game of all time that I could literally go on at any time and just have fun playing would be Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Ugh.
Huh?
Okay, yeah, I know, but like I used to watch my brother on the Xbox 360 play this game for like hours, and I would just sit there like it was something that I could just watch, and I fell in love with the Call of Duty series because of this game, even though it's like one of the most hated games, but it just everything about it. I mean, it's like every single game that I'm talking about has a memory with me and stuff, and this game is for sure one of those games. It's just I've been watching. I think it came out in like 2010. I want to say, and my brother got it as soon as it got out, and I just started watching it as soon as he got it. So I mean, I've been playing it for years.
Technically, it came out on November 8th, 2011. But
Okay, I was close enough, but I started watching it. Like I started watching it play whatever, and then I started playing the game, and I was extremely good. I don't want to float my own boat or anything, but I mean, there's like 20 prestiges in the game, and I was prestige 15. So, I mean,
did you just create a new phrase? Float my own boat.
I say it all the time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
You combine toot your own horn and whatever floats your boat.
But like, I don't want to float my own boat.
Float my own boat. I love that. That's a T-shirt.
Thank
That's
you.
gonna be our first T-shirt. Float. My own boat.
I better get
I'm
credit.
gonna float my.
Cam, are you kidding? We're
Anyways.
gonna sell like 4 T-shirts.
Hey, you'll get royalties.
That's my number 3. Like I said, a lot of people don't like it. It is a first-person shooter, but I've always loved the game.
Hey Cam, you got someone calling for you, so we're gonna have to move on with our number 3 spot. Someone, Drex will take over.
So I'm good.
Yeah, hit us with it.
Yes.
Number 3.
So mine is actually 2 games I've rolled into one. But I said I had Borderlands 2, Borderlands
Now,
3.
might I ask you right off the bat, why have you rolled these into one game?
Because I just can't choose. All right, it's up to me to do what I
All
want.
right.
It's 2 and Borderlands 3. They're both similar game. They're action RPGs with first person shooter elements, and they're just some of the most. I mean, I know except for Camden, I don't think you guys have much experience with these games, but they're some of the funnest games I've played ever. Some of the funniest games I've played ever, and it's also very replayable. I don't think you can 100% this game. It just keeps going. It's whenever I'm really bored of video games I'm currently playing, I just plug it in and I can waste away a couple.
Cool beans.
Is it me
I
now?
highly recommend it.
Are we up to me now for number 3?
Yeah, it's you. You're up. Number 3. Hit us with it.
Okay, before I preface this, I want to say that these next 3 on my list are kind of wishy-washy because, like, coming up with a permanent top 5 is a little hard, but these 3 at least have big impacts for my life. So these last 3 are just based on numbers. They mean a lot. So number 3 is gonna have to be a little known game. Not many people know it. It's called Rogue Legacy. It is a dungeon game where you play as this knight who you go through the dungeon. It's a randomized dungeon every time, and then when he dies, you play as one of 3 of his sons. And the game is an infinite game, and you get to look through your lineage after every round, after every time you die, and you kind of build a family tree as you go along. It's pretty interesting. There's a lot of bosses in it, and every time you go in, it's a different game. I've clocked in about 86 hours in it. It's a pretty good game.
Now, for this being at your number 3, you don't talk about it that.
Well, it's because I
You
haven't.
just get in.
No. I mean, it's the opposite. Because I played this game when I was in 7th and 8th grade and stuff. But I've always really loved the game. It's just I haven't played it in so long. Just because after I put so much time in it, it was just kind of like time to put the game on the shelf. But yeah, it still has always been one of my favorite games. That being said, it doesn't count because I haven't personally played it. But my number 3 slot could easily be slid in by something that I've never played. But just narrative-wise, I love it. It's Life is Strange. Easily that game could be my number 3. It's just I haven't played it, so I don't want to put it on my list.
Yeah, I don't really want to.
Anyway.
All right. Cool beans.
Hi, Lucas.
Real fast on the Rogue Legacy thing, though. It kind of a lot of the elements remind me of Into the Dungeon, which is a game I've played before. So I understand games like that. They're pretty good and cool.
Yeah, I really liked Rogue Legacy, but I was so awful at it that I just couldn't really get into it.
Yeah.
It was very fun.
So number 5 on my list is not number 5, number 3. Number 3 on my list is Pokemon Black version because it is the best Pokemon, I think.
Nope.
Can I get an amen?
No.
I think it's the best Pokemon.
And was it not on your list?
It was. It was
I'm number 5.
I don't know.
Tell
I
me you
really
have a
liked
second
it.
Pokemon.
What?
So you're telling me you have a second Pokemon game?
Maybe.
My.
How you gonna
Well,
love 2 Pokemon games and put them in your top 5?
Yeah, see, Lucas and Jackson come across as the bigger Pokemon fanboys. You come across as maybe the least of the Pokemon boys out of us 4.
No, dude, I'm a real big Pokemon fanboy.
Okay, well, to all the listeners, all 10 of you.
So anyway, Pokemon Black version's at number 3 because I think just functionally, I think it's one of the better Pokemon because it was kind of before they got a little messy with their gimmicks and mechanics to me. And it was really fast paced compared to Gen 4, and it was not like, I don't know, I just liked it overall. And it was the one I grew up with because it was like the first time I played a Pokemon game start to finish by myself was Pokemon Black version.
Can I be honest?
Yep.
I've never played Pokemon Black and White or any of those what was it like Gen 4
5
games? 5 games. But they have I hate those starters.
Oh yeah, those starters are terrible.
Yeah.
I just hate how they look and what they evolve into it.
Yeah, they're a little rough, but I don't know. Everything else is perfect to me, so I overlook it. Like literally every other Pokemon in that region, I love. So
I like the art and the battles, like the pixel art before they.
But yeah, those starters are a little on the rough side, but other than that, it's a good game.
All right, my turn again.
Yes.
Yes.
Number 2.
All right, number 2.
Runner up.
Pokemon Heart Gold / Soul Silver.
Good choice.
Now, I do agree that Pokemon Black is, it's fast paced. I mean, you get right into the storyline. You can get the gym battles. I mean, I love. His name is N, right? Yeah, I haven't played Pokemon Black a little bit.
Good villain.
N is he's an amazing villain, but I mean, you cannot go wrong.
Gen 4.
I think so. And I mean, like, not just Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver, but like the hacks off of it, like Sacred Gold. Oh my goodness. Like, the game itself, it's so big. The art around it is amazing. The gym battles are fun. Whitney's the worst gym battle of all time. I just, the entire game is like, it's amazing.
I never had a problem with Whitney, to be honest.
I mean, I always cut a hair across.
She's like a meme for being as hard as she is.
I mean, like, the Miltank is what gets me every time.
Can I say a quick unpopular opinion, even though it's not my turn yet? I just want to say,
Yeah.
this is super unpopular, but out of all the Pokemon games I've ever played, I've hated Heart Gold and Soul Silver the most, and that can't be explained because everybody loves those games, but for some reason, I try and play those games, and I just can't stand it. I don't know why. It could be a deep-seated childhood thing, but I cannot play those games.
Can't understand.
I also got to give my opinion too. You said you like the starter grass type, the Chikorita. I've never liked that. I don't like.
Oh, no. I said everything was good but the starter grass type.
Oh.
Yeah. Totodile and Cyndaquil. Okay, Typhlosion will always be my boy, all right? I mean, the starters
Unless it's a girl.
Yeah, well, if it's a girl, then I restart my game. But you always say before you choose the starter.
Oh my
So,
You're one of those guys?
yes, I am one of those guys.
You're gross.
Wait, what's wrong with the beginning?
Yeah.
I don't know, like, from the very beginning of Pokemon.
Isn't it actually kind of rare?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like 87.5 to 12.5 or something like that.
So I'd be excited if my.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got a girl starter in one game I played, and I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Okay, we need all you word coolers to spread the word that Cam's a sex.
I mean, just go to his YouTube channel, youtube.com/SIMP. So.
Wow. I don't know, man. Just like the Heart Gold, Soul Silver, like the vibe of it, catching Ho-Oh. I mean, that like what Lucas said with Pokemon Black. That was like the first game I 100%. Like I got everything I wanted in the game. It was the first game that I beat without like help from my older siblings. So
Okay, so here's the real question though. Which do you prefer?
Heart Gold or Soul Silver?
Yeah.
I had to go with Heart Gold because my brother got Soul Silver and I got Heart Gold. So like
Soul Silver for life, dude.
I mean, like, okay, I haven't played fully through Soul Silver before, but I've played fully through Heart Gold, which is probably why I like that one a lot more. But I do have like a save already ready for Soul Silver. I just need to actually play it.
Yeah, Soul Silver is a great game. I prefer
Yeah.
that version.
But that's my number 2.
Never.
All right, Drexel, you're up. Swing.
My number 2, I think, was also on Cam's list.
Watch. Woo.
So we've already talked mostly about it. Of course, it's the phenomenal first-person shooter, team-based game. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be, of course. but I still think it's very well rounded. The art is beautiful. The cinematics are beautiful. Just the whole game is like a masterpiece that they made, and I feel like it doesn't get acknowledged anymore. I think it's very fun still. I get on and play sometimes, but often, and I still think it's one of my top five.
Hanzo, man.
Yeah, Hanzo is amazing. It's a very fun to play. I don't.
Yeah, I played McCree, so like I don't even know.
Plus, like Cam said, tons of good memories. I have memories of when me and Lucas were the only ones that had the game. We would go together, and like, Lucas would play Zarya,
Oh, those
and I
were
would
good
play
times.
Hanzo.
Yeah, I remember that.
And he would throw his gravity
Graviton.
surge thing. I would do my dragon. And
Beautiful.
Dude, I was a Junkrat, man.
Yeah, you're disgusting.
that's even more disgusting.
I was a good Junkrat, though. Okay, we don't need the awkward
Right.
silence after that.
Yeah, Jackson's turn.
Wow.
Well, there's
Is he there?
Are you here?
I'm here.
Are you with us?
I'm here. It's just I find it easier for the audio to pick up Drexel for whatever reason when I don't talk as much, because it like his audio comes through clear on my end. So that being said, about the Overwatch, of course there was a pause after Junkrat because he's Junkrat. But anyway, my number 2 is a game that's already been mentioned twice on this list. It's of course the award-winning Pokemon Black. Now I do.
Gosh, if someone watched this video and had like no idea what anything about video games, they think Pokemon Black is like a masterpiece.
Best game of all
So
time,
fun.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
legitimately one of the top 10 best games ever made if it's in 3 people's lists.
Yeah. So anyway, up until this past year, I thought Pokemon was like one of the coolest franchises, and it was just full of greatness, and I really liked Pokemon for that. And I remember Pokemon Black was one of those first experiences of that game for me. And so we've already talked a bit about it. I just think that when they went back to the original 151, that was a great experience to catch a whole new set of 151 creatures. They all some of them were a bit goofy in their design, like a trash bag or a ice cream cone, but a lot of them did have like some cool unique styling to them. And I will say that although the starters weren't exactly as better drawn as some of the other ones, I will say that the least favorite, Tepig, was my favorite out of the 3, and
Yeah, he's
I love taking him on the
I
journey.
thought the grass type was always my
Okay,
least.
Snivy is horrible. I mean, the only thing he's good for is speed and defense, but
Yeah,
I
but
just think his full evolution.
so Pokemon Black, the Imbor was pretty cool. But that being said, Pokemon Black just in general, great game.
Great game.
So yeah. Anyway, next up.
all right, Lucas.
All right. My number 2 was Super Mario Sunshine for the Nintendo GameCube.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that game.
Yeah, that game, oh my god. Like, it is nowhere close to perfect. It has so many problems, but I love this game. Fun fact about this game, it is the first game I've ever played, so it has that special place in my heart. I've never, truth be told, to this day, I've not actually seen the end of it because I'm like worried that a part of myself will just like lose that sense of wonder if I finish it,
Can we spoil?
No, like I know what happens, but like, like I've never finished it for myself. And like I've tried a few times, but like I don't know, it's a game that every time I pick it up and play it, I'm just happy. It's a good time. Good time to be alive.
Oh no, is it time for the number 1?
Yeah, number 1 spot.
Yes, these are the
person.
Number 1 spots.
Before we get to the number 1 spot, please like and subscribe to youtube.com/SIMP. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Just out of curiosity, how long have we been running here?
I feel like it's approaching 2 hours. I'm not gonna lie. I think,
Okay, so we might split this into 2.
Well, I don't know. We may
Just
just
don't-
put out. I think what we'll end up doing is we'll put out like a super long one, but then at the very top of the episode, I'll pre-record something that says something along the lines of, "Hey, this one's gonna be a bit choppy, but it's pretty good." So listen to it.
Yeah.
All right. So Cam, number 1, hit us with
Alright.
it.
You guys should already know what it is. My channel's based on it. Minecraft. And I don't think I need to do an introduction or like why. It's freaking Minecraft. I mean, it's amazing. There's nothing, I guess, bad about it.
Wait, like
besides the newer
specifically the
versions.
pocket version, right? Like that version?
Yeah, I only played the pocket version. I don't play
Obviously.
PC or Xbox or anything.
Why would we be talking about the PC version?
For real, I don't know why you even mentioned that. Anyways, but I mean, I just the memories. I mean, it was one of the first games, not the first game, but like probably like my third played game ever.
If we're going off our first games, I should have put Roblox.
I don't even like Roblox is like a collection of games. It's not really like one
Yeah.
game.
I still count it though, because it's the same client.
I guess.
Yeah, but just Minecraft, the memories of like my first ever island, and then not island, but like my world, and then going into it, and then finding a random zombie spawner and building my house inside of a wall. I mean, it's just everything about the game it's just special to me. I mean, it's one of the top selling games of all time. So
Hey man, I can't knock it. I have played it, but like I don't own it.
Do you guys ever think I'm gonna
But-
get over my my fear of Enderman? Do you guys ever think that's gonna happen?
No, because it's irrational and you should be over it now.
ridiculous.
I don't understand it.
I don't get it either, but I just am. I don't understand.
I literally have like an Enderman doll in my room. I think they're cute.
yeah,
Well, like
that's awesome.
the Enderman doll's fine, but it's just like when I'm in a world with an Enderman and then it does that freakishly like tall run thing. Maybe it's because I'm a short guy, so I just have.
I'm shorter than you.
Yeah.
There's no explaining it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a couple of black and purple rectangles that are extended,
Yeah.
and then it makes.
Yeah, I don't get it. Anyway,
Oh my
I
god.
don't get it either.
But yeah,
Misunderstand.
that's my number one game, Minecraft. I mean, I don't really need to go anywhere.
Well, guys,
So, Drexel.
this is where the drum roll goes. My number is Mike.
Wow!
Whoa.
No way, dude. We had the same number one.
Yeah. Yes, of course, and it being the highest selling video game of all time certainly factored into it. And I gotta agree, there is nothing objectively wrong with it. It kind of is the perfect game because it can be where you want it to be. There's so much. It can be an adventure game. It can be a puzzle game. It can be a fighting game. It can be a shooter game. There's mod. You
Yeah.
can put mods to make it a shooter.
Yeah, 5 servers.
It can be anything. You make it whatever you want it to be, and it's just kind of the perfect game. It suits anybody's play.
Yep. 10 out of 10.
Cool beans.
all
Right.
right. I
Jack-
guess that.
Well, Jackson, it's your
Please tell me it's Minecraft.
It is not Minecraft.
Darn it.
It's not Minecraft, and it won't be. Not only is it not Minecraft, but it's a game that most people will not enjoy me saying as my number one. But I'm gonna say it anyway.
Final
it's
Fantasy.
Let's see it. What is it?
My number one
it's a
game.
Kingdom Hearts.
It is Kingdom Hearts. Now, the reason it's Kingdom Hearts is because there is something to be said about this goofy, weirdly strung well, goofy ironically and literally, but this goofy, this this goofy, weirdly strung together franchise that promotes two different series, but melds them in a weird but impressive way. And the fan base for it is so niche because almost all of it doesn't make sense unless you like go on Reddit and look up exactly what they're saying. Like it's almost like you have to speak a different language to play Kingdom Hearts, how they write their dialogue. But I love that aspect of it, the weird aspect. I love the action sequences and the actual fighting. And then I love meeting all the Disney characters. Plus, the time in my life when I actually played that game was good because it was some weird moment where I was just like, oh, I'll like this game, so I'll just put it off because I know I'm going to like it. So, I'll just get into it when I want to get into it because I just will like it. And to be so right in that decision, and so right in my guess for that series is just cool. And then Kingdom Hearts 3 recently came out, and that was also awesome. But, yeah.
See, when you brought up Kingdom Hearts, when we were talking about like our number fives or something, in my head I was like, that's gonna be the number one. I can
Oh,
tell
yeah,
right
for
now.
sure.
But
I don't know. It's my problem in Kingdom Hearts. Are there any Final Fantasy worlds?
No, but I think that's because
Yeah.
when Kingdom Hearts like made the elevator pitch to put that series together, Disney just had the money and the strong grip on the other studio.
Yeah, I guess personally that's like the one problem I have with it is like it feels more like just like a Disney story with Final Fantasy characters just kind of like strewn about.
Well,
And I
there's a literal scene where Goofy dies.
yeah.
How can you?
Well, like I'm not gonna say it's a bad game. I like it. It's just I don't know. I prefer Final Fantasy and I like those characters and it's really sad to see them kind of be like just kind of shoved into a corner and be like, "Oh yeah, they're there too," you know?
Well, I don't think. I mean, Kingdom Hearts may come across as like the perfect marriage, like in terms of branding. I mean, it may come across as the perfect marriage between the two, but I think it's pretty obvious that it's not the perfect marriage between the two. But it just works out for me because I mean, I just love
You prefer
Disney.
Disney anyway,
Well,
so
it's not. I just love Disney, and I don't know that much about like the Final Fantasy series, but I mean, it's still all cool nonetheless. I'm gonna buy Final Fantasy 7 and play that. So, just in terms of Kingdom Hearts
The
itself,
remake?
yeah.
I mean,
What about one?
I don't know how to buy 1 through 6.
and they're not connected.
I know. I was just being.
And Goofy, who's dead.
Yes. Oh my God.
I recently played that scene, and all I could think of was when we watched that video like 20 times of Goofy dying.
I know.
And
It's like I don't know much about parts, but that's the one thing I do know is Goofy's death sequence is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a video game.
Donald
He,
runs
like, he
Donald
literally
runs over
died.
and he goes Goofy.
And Mickey Mouse is like, "Don't pay for this," and then like doesn't like several minutes later in another stage he pops back up
Yeah.
again.
It's like literally 2 minutes later.
They don't explain how he comes back to life. He just does.
I don't think he was ever dead.
But they just leave his corpse behind or something, right? Like he's
Yeah.
dead.
Well, like I think Goofy passes out, but they don't even check his pulse. They just assume he died, and so they leave, and Goofy wakes up, and he's like, "Oh, okay, I'm fine now."
And the way he dies is so funny because he just gets hit in the head with.
Yeah.
And he's so dramatic about it. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a good game. Wish there's more Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
All right, Lucas.
Down to the final.
Oh gosh. I feel like you guys are gonna roast me for this.
It's gonna be one of those. I'm not.
Yeah.
Oh, I already know.
think-
I already know what it is. So go ahead.
Yeah, everyone who watches the podcast knows what it is.
Yeah. And then me.
But my favorite game is Persona 5 Royal for the PS4.
I was about to say those words were about to escape my
Yeah.
lips, and I was like,
Yeah, this is my like Minecraft is objectively a perfect game, but in my eyes, Persona 5 is a perfect game. I love this game. 10 out of
I
10.
see you playing it on PS4.
Yeah, like I love this game. I
Lucas,
don't
tell
know,
them how
it's
many
just-
hours
it's
you
so
put into
good.
it.
It's so good.
Tell them how many hours you
So
put
for
into
the
it.
uninitiated, can you just?
Okay, so first of all, this game comes in two parts. It comes in the RPG part that's pretty traditional. It's clean. It's good. It has weaknesses and resistances, nulls, nullifiers, like repels. So it's a combat system that is both simple and complicated, and it meshes together perfectly. And then the other half of this game is like a life simulator kind of game. And basically, what you do is you go around and you meet these people and you build confidants with these people and you build this relationship that not only is it like fun to just like get to know these characters better, but it's also cool because as you build that relationship, it helps you in the combat aspect of the game. And I don't know, it's just amazing how they can blend two completely different styles of gameplay so well and make both of them useful and worthwhile.
That was kind of
I
beautiful.
think I like.
Yeah, it is. I honestly, I would recommend it to anybody I meet. It is amazing. The narrative is interesting. The gameplay is fantastic. It's fine-tuned. The characters are, all of them are interesting. There's honestly not a character in the game where I would be like, yeah, no, I hate that guy. Like, I like all of them. They're all interesting in their own way.
Huh.
I just like I have put 220 hours into Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal as a total.
Oh,
And the
okay.
crazy part is that I would totally be willing to play it again. Like, I love this game.
Is it just a really long?
Yeah, a normal campaign playthrough is about 120 hours for Persona 5
Wow.
Royal.
How do developers even make a game that
I have no idea.
must have taken a very long time to?
It took me 20 days.
I know, but just imagine how long it took them to create.
Oh, yeah, and it gets even more intense because they had to create it and then translate it from Japanese to English. And they had to translate every single text box in the game. And there was a ton.
Yeah. Well, I think 3 out of the 4 of us had pretty good number ones. Then there was Kingdom Hearts.
Adam.
All right.
Jackson, no response.
Can I redeem myself real quick? Well, I don't even care. I don't want to redeem myself. I don't want to redeem myself, but I do want to have a backup number. Number 6, we'll call it. My
Wait, like it's on the bottom or like
honorable mention?
Yeah, it's an honorable mention. So my honorable mention is Jedi Fallen Order, and my only
I still haven't.
my only answer to I have 2 honorable mentions. The first one, it's real quick. The first one is Jedi Fallen Order, and all I will say is Malicos. Look up Malicos, and then you'll understand how I feel about the game, just in a couple words.
I still want to get that.
And then my second honorable mention isn't a fan favorite at all. It's FTL. I just want to put that out there because FTL is an amazing game. It's a strategy.
Do we all get honorable mentions? Because I have one.
I mean, if you want to, but make it fast because this segment alone is at 46 minutes. So.
All right, let's go fast.
I think it's interesting. Neither can't put any of the games on there because they're evil.
Trash.
An evil frame.
Wait, what games?
2K games.
Oh yeah, those are bad. Anyway,
I mean, you introduced them to me, so I find that interesting that like you guys didn't have them.
Well, it's just they were good at some point, but they just lost their way.
Yeah, they don't care about the actual spirit of basketball.
They have zero interest in.
Okay, my honorable mention, real fast. Danganronpa 1 and 2. Those are really good. Writing's great, fun gameplay. Anyway, moving on. Anybody else got one?
I have one.
Let me think.
Cam, go.
Jackson already mentioned this, or he mentioned one of the games, but Borderlands 1 will literally always have a place in my heart. I mean, the first Borderlands, that was the game that me and my brother would stay out till like 3 a.m. in the morning just playing because it was just so amazing. So that's.
Do you have board?
I've played it, but I haven't gotten enough into it to actually enjoy it.
Interesting.
Okay, well, I don't know how you can like the first one and not like the third one. It just improves. I think every Borderland.
Oh yeah, I agree. But Borderlands 1, it's just sentimental value.
Except for the pre-sequel, that one.
Oh, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, that one doesn't really count. But I thought of an honorable mention. I honestly, looking back, it should have been number 5, Just Cause. But I was thinking of a console game. I will say my number. I'll make Just Cause my honorable mention retroactive. My 5 is Hearthstone.
Oh yes.
Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft. It's a strategy card game with characters from the World of Warcraft series. I don't play World of Warcraft, but I got really into Hearthstone because it's simplistic, but also takes a lot of strategy and takes a lot of time to master. It's free to play also, so you should check it out. And I can put a lot.
I can vouch for that. It's pretty fun.
It's a release.
All right.
They do 3 expansions every year, and they're always very fun.
Well, I think we've learned a lot about each other today, and I think if we were asked to tell each other what one of our favorite games was in about a week, we'd almost all remember something. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So
I probably could have said something for you anyway.
I don't know. If I've convinced any one person to play Persona, I hope.
If it's ever on a heavy sale, or if it's ever like on PS Plus for free, I'll definitely download.
Dude, it's $20.
I don't have any money.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of which, you're on a platform to tell people to buy you the MVP. So I mean, just
no, I don't feel comfortable.
Oh, okay, never mind. Just ignore what I just said.
That's not really
Not the time or the place.
Anyways, we should do this again sometime, but we should do like top 5 movies or top 5 TV shows. Or
Yeah,
something.
that'd be interesting.
I mean, hey, we're all in quarantine, so anything can happen. You know.
Because I could definitely think of a top 5 movies and a top 5.
Oh yeah, easily.
I don't know if I've said my favorite movie on the podcast, but yeah, I think it'll be fun.
All right. Well, I mean, if that's it, I guess we can end it up. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank.
WordPool, thank you for having me. It means a lot.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, go check out Control Cam if he ever gets a new PC and figures out his nonsense stuff that's going on.
I am getting a new PC. It's already on the way, guys. So.
Yeah.
And buy me MVP Plus.
Yep.
And
it's his username.
And go.
That's my.
Whenever I get my YouTube and my Twitter like actually up and running, I'll put it in the description. I don't know if this is gonna be 2 parts or 1 part, but whatever it is, thanks for listening. We've been us, you've been you, and we'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.